our dream, to see more green space, more green infrastructures, this type of solutions brought to cities, and brought to cities by all different actors that have been involved in developing it, which means the city authorities, but also SMEs, citizens themselves, researchers, etc., working together on new solutions, because actually we can make it, we can find new solutions, and that's where research and innovation comes in, to find these new solutions and actually help them being implemented in Brussels and in other cities around the world.
TURAS we saw a lot of good solutions which tackle the problems of urban regeneration. Then we want to move from fossil fuels to more sustainable energy management and energy sources. And we are also feeling that floods are getting more frequent and more severe in our region. So TURAS provided some great tools for managing floods and basically living with floods.
TURAS was interesting for us in the sense that we wanted to explore new ways to stimulate a local economy development. It was the animation of that process and the bridging, the role of bridging between all these actors.
It's that networking and engagement that's been key. We want to learn best practice from elsewhere, and examples, and test things and see how it works.
Climate change mitigation and adaptation. TURAS was really important because we are planning for the next years the result we want to achieve, and we are finding the tools that will allow to us to achieve these results.
They're trying to connect local authorities and financial agencies and local grassroots organizations together so that we can achieve what we want to achieve, what we know we have to achieve in the quickest possible time, most efficiently.
If there's some sort of template there that loads of different community groups can use, then that will make them stronger and make their cases stronger. Being able to give people that empowerment, but also create a kind of a mutual language and a structure.
Those mechanisms are essential, a way for the public's voice to be heard and for grassroots organisations to get some traction.
When you go hand in hand with such a big project with so many partners and so much dissemination and promotion and so on, it's easier to get to them because they can also see the opportunity of being part of that.
The whole TURAS project over the last 5 years accelerated processes in our companies. We have a much more international network now. But the most important thing is that we as a company, we realize that our daily work, our products really can make a difference in the cities.
The most unique aspect of TURAS is the marrying of research and practice and the immediate applicability of research or testability of research in the practical context. The communities were embedded in the project, so it's not only demonstration of how this project would be relevant after it's finished, but it was actually the embedding of the communities and partners in the project that helped and facilitated that project.
One of the key points that came up in sustainability is how we have to dissolve the silos. And I found here, working in academia, I now know a lot more about the workings of the local authority, and the community action groups, many of which were spawned out of that time in 2010, and the great work that they're doing. So bringing those together to me has been an invaluable aspect.
The most exciting part of TURAS, it will be the legacy that it leaves behind. In fact, not that it leaves behind, but it leaves in front of itself. Because we had so many groups of people working together. From that interaction, that networking, has developed a lot of innovation. Some of it has been innovation that we put into companies and actually started companies. Others are looking at innovation, how we do business together, how we acquire knowledge from our communities, how we work with our communities better. And still others are looking at how we incorporate the wider sphere, the wider climate and biodiversity concerns into our cities at the same time.